It's beautiful, it's British, and if you're like me, you can't afford it. This is the Aston Martin DBs. Only 240 will be coming to America, so get a good look because they're going fast, even with a price tag of 265 grand.
We produce high-performance luxury sports cars. The beautiful design, which we're famous for, understated elegance. It's an Aston Martin.
Aston Martin may be best known to moviegoers as the preferred ride of James Bond. Daniel Craig, the new 007, totals a DBS in Casino Royale. I plan on driving a little less aggressively today. Now, I could do this story in the gag style of Spies, 007, you know, shaken, not stirred, Volk, Tom Volk, but I am a professional automotive journalist. I don't do stuff like that. Let's take a look at the engine.
Tom, the airline found your luggage. Here's your tux, and I've got that fake gun you wanted.
Awkward.
Oh, and I've got this really great exploding cell phone for you.
Thanks. Nice music choice, Mr. Smarty Pants Editor. Thank you, I appreciate that. There's no machine guns under the largely carbon fiber skin, just a beautiful V12 that provides your right foot with 510 horsepower and your ears with a musical engine note. The tranny is a short-throw 6-speed manual. Fast? Does Bond always get the girl in the end? DBS performance technology comes from Aston race cars. The chassis structure is bonded aluminum. Exotic carbon ceramic brakes will stop like the living daylights. The suspension is electronically adjustable. A driver has to push this car to speeds that will bring jail time in order to test the limits. Somehow I managed to experience the lofty velocity and heroic handling on rural Texas roads and still keep my license. Unlike some high-strung supercars, the DBS will cruise at triple digits and remain comfortable for everyday use.
People today are driving their Aston Martins on a daily basis, which would never have happened in the past. So it's people who are looking for a sports car, which is combined with that luxury element as well.
No, the interior does not have an ejection seat option. There is other great stuff in here, though. Lose the elegant sapphire crystal key, and it'll cost you $2 grand to replace. The cabin uses 7 cowhides to complete. An Aston interior is chosen by the owner right down to the length, width, and color of the stitching. Want orange and purple seats? It's possible, but please don't.
It's much like going to Savile Row to have a suit made for you. This car will be bespoke and tailor-made for you.
My only quibble in here is that I prefer touchscreen navigation units. The DBS can haul the entire family, so long as you haven't had children yet. In the States, this is the trunk. The UK, they call it the boot. If I had my normal bundles of bath tissue on hand, I'd say it scores a 3, maybe 4, and no, the umbrella is not a cleverly disguised laser cannon.
People who are looking for a car that is different. The exclusivity behind what we do is important for our customers.
Because it's made in small numbers, the big screen is the only way most of us will ever see a DBS, but remember the name, Martin. Aston Martin. Check out Casino Royale if you want to see a DBS get royally wrecked. The stunt team actually had a difficult time getting it to roll, so they used a pneumatic cannon to force it to flip. Apparently the 7.5 rolls are a world record. And on the new Bond flick, I think it's called the Quantum of Silence, the DBS count is up to 2. 1 intentionally, 1 not. The DBS has precious few options, though one is especially precious. It's this watch.
So we have a partnership with Jaeger-LeCoultre. So we have this wonderful chronograph that they've just developed. It'll be available to Aston Martin customers who are buying the DBS. 999 pieces of the one that's on my wrist at the moment with the rose gold finish, starting at around about $30,000. It's a great watch, wonderful fun, and I've got to remind my wife I didn't buy it.
What does it do?
It tells the time.
Finally, let's go back and geek out at the engine bay. Not only does the V12 look beautiful and organic, take a look at the strut tower bracing. I'd be happy owning just these, let alone the whole car. In the TV biz, the last shot of the day is often referred to as the martini shot. To drag that James Bond cliche out one last time, I find the DBS leaves me stirred, not shaken. If you've got the means, I highly recommend you check this ride out. Now, if you want more information about the Aston Martin DBS, go to the website www.nwcn.com/autos. There's always more there and a link to my email. That's Drive. I'm Tom Volk.